now we go on from the inner gate, even the inner court, to the center, the central thing, that is the altar. Either you go in from the east side, passing through the two layers of gates, or you go in from the south side, or you go in from the north side. Surely, if you would go further and further and further and further and further, even you go blindly, you will hit what?
The altar.
You will hit the altar. No exception. You just cannot avoid the altar. Even you go with your eyes shut up, you will hit the altar. Now I have to say a few things more in order to impress us. Have you realized altogether how many gates?
6.
Altogether 6 gates. 6 gates in how many groves? 2 groves. Each of 3. It's meaningful. You have 3 in 6. 3 is triune God in resurrection. You always have to remember the 3. You can see the 6 gates signify that the triune God mingled with man. 3 mingled with 6. Am I right? Is this clear to you? So this means what? God is mingled with man. Yeah, okay, brothers. We all got in. We all got into such a wonderful God-man, being crucified yet now in resurrection. We got in. But listen, when we got in, I tell you, we have nowhere to go unless you return or you turn. If you go straight forward, you will hit the center. That is the altar. And you have to realize this altar is not only the center of inner court, but the center of the whole premise of the temple. Right? You see? The altar is the center of the whole plan. It's the center of the whole compound. Regardless from what angle you measure it, regardless from what corner you measure it, regardless from what side you measure it, the altar is the center. And now I have to say a word, in the whole universe, as far as the relationship between man and God goes, the earth is the center. The earth is the center of the universe as far as the relationship between man and God goes. So the earth is the center. Okay. Then, have you noticed that the good land of Canaan, Palestine, is the center of the inhabitants, the connecting center that connects the 3 main continents, Europe, Asia, and Africa. Then Jerusalem is the center of the good land. And then this compound of the temple is the center of Jerusalem. And now the altar is the center of this compound. So you see, the altar is ultimately the center of the whole universe. Could you follow me? The earth is the center of the universe, and the gold land is the center of the earth, and Jerusalem is the center of the gold land, and the temple compound is the center of Jerusalem. Now the altar, the center of the temple compound. And this means what? This means the cross of Jesus is the center of the whole universe. The the altar, the cross, as the center of the universe means what? Means the all-inclusive death of God, of man, and of all creatures. When Jesus died on the cross, that was not the death of one single person. That was the all-inclusive death of God. Even God died there. Man died there. And all the creatures died there. It's kind of meaningful. Let me say something more. A human being, regardless you get in through what gate, you will hit the altar. Okay, God from the temple coming out to meet the human beings. Surely he will also hit the altar. So the altar is not only the center of the whole universe, but also the meeting place of God with man. It is the meeting place of man with God. God comes out of his dwelling place. God came out of that. And God went to the cross. Firstly, he came out of his dwelling place. And he came into Bethlehem. Right? And he became the little child. And he stayed on this earth for 33.5 years. And eventually where he went? He went to the cross. He went to the altar. Number one, no doubt, right? By history, we are clear that God did come out of his dwelling place and went to die on the cross. But while he was there dying, it was not just himself. Why? Because he put man upon him. Am I right? He put man upon him. When he was dying on the cross, man was putting there. Man was put there. Man went to the cross also. Hallelujah. Amen. God and man met together on the cross. In the way of death. Could you follow me? That was a wonderful meeting. The meeting of God and man in death on the cross. Not only so, listen, we always talk so much about the mingling of God with man and man with God. I tell you, you have to realize the mingling of God with men started at Bethlehem. Mingling of God with us started where? At Bethlehem. And this means by that time at Bethlehem, God came into man. Right? So the mingling of God with man started there at Bethlehem. But the mingling of man with God started where? Started at the cross. Praise the Lord. And accomplished at the resurrection. By death and resurrection, we men all have been mingled with God. We got into God. By incarnation, God got into us. By death and resurrection, we got into God. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! This is the special characteristics of Ezekiel's vision.